Life with Ben, only on PTV.
It's fall, which means it's time to eat fall foods. I'm going to show you how to make a very easy to do pumpkin pie dump cake. Well, to be fair, it's going to be more than just me showing you how to make a cake. It's going to be me with Sherry at my side over here. She's off camera. Thank you, Sherry. It is the fall, and this is a really easy recipe that Sherry found online for me to use.
Well, it's not even online. It's something that we have used for years when we have.
And this is just a version of the same recipe. It's just a version
of the same recipe that I grew up with Mom making whenever we had company for the fall.
Okay, so there you go. This is a pumpkin pie dump cake. We're preheating our oven
to 350.
And right now we're going to mix some of the ingredients before we dump it into the casserole that it's going to be baking in.
Okay, Ben, first start off with a 15-ounce can of pumpkin puree. And you need to make sure it's pumpkin puree and not pumpkin pie mix.
I've done that before, believe me. Sherry sent me to the store for pumpkin pie puree. I came back with a pumpkin pie mix can, and this was like the day before Thanksgiving.
I wasn't happy.
No, I was actually getting my affairs in order after that event. Let's
just get this cake done.
Okay.
Is that it?
Pumpkin is in.
Yeah, you can give it a spatula. You don't need that anymore.
Okay.
Now you need 1 12-ounce can of evaporated milk.
And the can does say shake well on it, so.
That's good enough, Ben.
It says shake well. I'm shaking well.
You follow directions well. Very good.
I had a good teacher. Okay, evaporated milk has been added.
Now this part's going to be fun. You need to crack and put in 3 large eggs.
Okay, you know I'm challenged in the kitchen. I'm actually really afraid of eggs. Not touching them or anything, but actually just cracking them and making sure that it doesn't break off in my hand. Let's give it a try.
So I've given him a trick. Crack 1 at a time in a small bowl. That way, if there's anything wrong with the egg or there's any shell in it, it's easy enough to get rid of right away.
Should I put them in one at a time?
Put 1 at a time, yeah.
Okay.
That way you can
This is 1.
check them, because sometimes you get eggs that are not the best, and you want to make sure you don't dump it right in, because then you have to start all over again.
Ugh, the membrane.
Oh, that one is, yeah, you can get rid of that.
Okay. Ugh.
Number 2, I have just 1 more bit, and that's it.
So far, so good. And no shell.
Very good. I am so impressed. 1 cup of sugar. I tell you, it's real easy. 1 cup of sugar.
1 cup of sugar. Everything's been pre-measured to make it foolproof for me.
And then 1.
And that does emphasize the fool.
And then 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Now you mix it all up. Make sure the eggs get broken. Our oven's ready.
Our oven's ready, and I'm not ready yet because we still got a cake mix and some butter to add. So as soon as this is all fully mixed,
and make sure you go around the edges and get that cinnamon that's stuck to the edges. It's a good thing we like pumpkin, huh?
I love pumpkin.
You know, if you really wanted to get creative, you could do a pumpkin whipped cream to go on top rather than regular whipped cream. But we'll just use regular whipped cream today.
Okay. Killing me. Next, we're going to put everything into the casserole. Everything that's been pre-mixed
In the 9x13.
goes in the 9x13 pan.
Now with the cake mix, growing up it was always a yellow cake mix. But this recipe that I was looking at said to use a spice cake mix, so we're trying a spice cake mix.
Okay.
And then what you do is you sprinkle it gently over the whole entire pumpkin mix. You don't mix it up with it, you just dump it in there dry and sprinkle it so that you don't get... Do you want to take the bag out? It might be
Maybe,
easier,
yeah.
that way you've got more control of it. And you need to cover the whole entire mixture. Yeah, these dump cakes were very popular in the 60s and 70s. And you can find a version of a dump cake in almost any flavor you want.
We'll just try and spread it out evenly.
Yeah, and then what you can do is with your hand just kind of gently go over the top so you don't have mountains and valleys. Just
Okay.
even it out.
I already know I'm gonna catch grief from Arnie and Doug over doing something in the kitchen. I also know, Donna, you are definitely someone who watches my show. My apologies for butchering anything here.
Now, so far so good, Ben. Now what you do is you take your melted butter and you mix it up so that if there's anything that is...
It's all blended.
Okay, then you drizzle it over the entire top.
Really?
You just drizzle it on top. Making sure you've got kind of a trail all over the cake. It doesn't need to all completely cover the dry cake mix. Just drizzle it over. And that's all there is.
The oven's ready.
Just put it in a 350-degree oven, and
How long are we gonna bake
you're
this?
going to bake it for 55 to 60 minutes.
And in about an hour, we'll have a cake. Siri, set the timer for 55 minutes.
Okay, 55 minutes and counting.
Now we'll check it in 55 minutes. It's time to get the cake out. It's jiggling a little bit, isn't it?
It's supposed to,
Is it?
in the middle especially.
Okay. So we're going to let it cool down, run a couple of errands, and when we come back, we'll give it a try. Okay, we're ready to cut into our cake. It's moist, but it's also a little bit jiggly here. But it came out in one piece. You're gonna have to excuse the background noise because of the alarm across the street at the school that was set off by a power outage that we're currently experiencing. It's a little hot here on Labor Day, but let's go ahead and shoot some whipped cream on this. I'm gonna give it a try. Oh my gosh. It's like eating a piece of pumpkin pie. This is so, so good. We'll have the recipe in the description, but you're definitely going to want to try this. It's a really nice tribute to fall. Remember, adventure is out there.